American students are struggling. The pandemic and learning disruptions from the past 2 years had led the students to falling behind in school. In a recent survey of more than 5,000 public school teachers, 9 out of 10 teachers report that helping students reach the expected learning milestone for their age group is a challenge. Let's find out what Sonic and the nonprofit DonorsChoose are doing to help get students back on track. Alex, let's talk a little bit. Of course, being teachers right now in the last couple of years has been very hard on them. And so what do we need to do to help them?
Thanks for having us on, by the way. And you're absolutely right. I mean, teaching has always been a tough profession, and the last few years have just added new responsibilities and new burdens. We're seeing it in test scores. You know, there's a national conversation about learning loss. One of the key responses is flexibility in the classroom. You know, I liken it to every company and every organization, workplace that's had to adapt to a new normal coming back from the pandemic. The same is true for our school systems. In our experience at DonorsChoose, the best way to know how to be flexible is to ask teachers directly. They know what their kids need. They know what they need for successful classrooms. I sort of think of them, they have been and always will be frontline workers, so we should listen to them.
Yeah, definitely very important. I love my teacher. She, as you said, she was a frontline worker there for us. And yeah. Lori, your company is a longtime partner with DonorsChoose, and how does that translate into the classroom?
Yeah, you know, Sonic has had the privilege of being partners with DonorsChoose since 2009. And since that time, we have donated more than $23 million to local public school classrooms through DonorsChoose requests. And this has really been made possible through our Limeades for Learning program, where a portion of our drink sales fund those donations. And so it's really simple. Anytime you stop by a Sonic and you get a slush, a shake, a limeade, know that the proceeds from that drink, or a portion of those proceeds, are going to fund our Limeades for Learning program. And so when you sip, our kids and students and teachers win, and we think that that's super important.
I love it. I guess I'm going to be pretty much giving you guys a lot of money because I love
it's guilt-free. Just go.
Yeah, calories don't count when you're donating to schools.
I love it. And speaking of that, Lori, I hear Sonic has a big donation coming up this fall that's going to benefit the classroom, the students, and the teachers.
That's right. That's right. October the 5th on World Teachers Day, we have $1 million donation coming this fall. And Alex is going to talk in a little bit about what types of projects we're looking to fund. But obviously, you know, this is a big deal, and really looking to take some of the load off our teachers, which I think we've all established they're the real heroes here. So how can we enable them and get them the resources they need to get those great, you know, productive learning environments going in their classrooms?
Yeah, you know what? We have a great program. It's called Stuff the Bus, where we help out the students and teachers with supplies. But Alex, let's talk about crowdfunding and how that works and how it's going to benefit the classrooms and the students.
Sure. Well, so we are a crowdfunding platform, although we're a little different than some other crowdfunding platforms you may know about. You know, first, we're a nonprofit. We're also focused exclusively on schools, public schools, in fact. So any teacher in any public school across the country can create a project. We will screen that project to make sure that we understand what the learning objective is. And when a project gets funded, instead of sending cash directly, we actually purchase those materials ourselves. We send them to the teacher at the school, send a note to the principal, it becomes part of school property. And we do all of these steps to make sure that donors, including amazing partners, you know, when you're giving so much, it's such generosity, we want to make sure that every dollar is having maximum impact in the classroom.
Yeah, that's so great. And Alex, let's talk, because it's not just about the traditional learning, it's also for some of the higher education, some other different things going on too, right?
Yeah, no, so that's absolutely correct. You know, one of the ways that I think about it is that if you just look at young people, students, you know, they are wired to learn, right? They're wired to explore. And teachers, you know, I used to be a classroom teacher. We're focused on teachers every day at DonorsChoose. Teachers enter the profession to create rich, engaging environments for their kids. So that's like a magic combination when you put those two together, as long as you have the resources that are required. When you do have the resources that are required, you get academic learning, so you get math, you get literacy, but you also get fun, you get engagement, creativity, art. You foster a love of learning for that kid. And for the teacher, it makes their job so enjoyable. We actually find, and there's rigorous studies behind this, that making sure that a teacher gets what they need, for example, through DonorsChoose, actually increases teacher retention. It reduces the number of people leaving the profession, which is super critical, especially today.
Yeah, I'll tell you, this is such a great program. I mean, it's amazing. Lori, I know there's many ways people can help make a difference in the community, and tell us more how we can find out.
Yeah, it's super simple to get involved. All you have to do is do what you already love to do at Sonic, which is buy a drink, limeade/shake, and know that those proceeds are going to help fund Limeades for Learning. Or you can also go to DonorsChoose.org and learn more about the program, or even make a contribution on the website to all this important work that Alex and his team are doing. Thank you so much for letting us talk about Limeades for Learning today.
We thank you both for doing this, and as I said, we're a big supporter of our teachers and students here at AZTV7, and so I'm heading to Sonics now.
We love it. Thank you so much.